Welcome to the Client Success Secrets Show. This is Patrick, and I am so grateful that you're here listening. Today, we're going to cover a very interesting topic, which is challenges. I am such a big fan of challenges, and I really want to share all the stuff that I've learned with you. And most importantly, how you can apply challenges so that more of your clients achieve success using your framework in your courses and programs. So let's begin. Let me give you an overview of what the show is going to look like tonight. So in section one, I'm going to talk about how I learned about challenges and what you can do as a marketing expert to use them on your clients so that they are more successful in your programs. This is fascinating. This is really one of the best strategies I know to get your people unstuck, no matter how unmotivated we think they are. On section two, I'm going to share with you where I'm at, right? So this is my journey from zero to $300,000 a year in 12 months as a business coach. And this week, I've done something super, super, super important. And that is to complete my masterclass. So I built a masterclass funnel, which is going to be like a webinar that is happening tomorrow. I'll give you more information in a minute. And also the masterclass itself, the presentation. So that's super exciting. And section three, we're going to talk about comeback coaching in action. Comeback coaching is my framework for turning clients who are stuck into confident action takers, get results, and grow your business for you. So what's going to happen this time is that I will walk you through my process of how you can use challenges to improve client success and increase also lifetime value. This is a strategy that's going to help you be more profitable in the most ethical way I know. So this is challenges with a twist. So let's begin. Let's talk about how I discovered challenges. So I discovered challenges in a very interesting moment of my life. And at the moment, I had tried so many things when it comes to marketing. I had tried posting on social media every day. I tried doing outreach. I tried trying different social media platforms, and none of the things that I tried seemed to work the way I wanted. It's not like I didn't get like great engagement in many posts, or it's not like I didn't book a lot of calls, which I did. I was getting clients too, but honestly, it needed to work at least 3 times better for me to really tell myself that I made it. So at the time, I was so frustrated because I was talking to a lot of experts who were just, pretty much blaming me, right? They say, oh, you know what? You're probably following the right strategies, but you don't have the right mindset, or you have to get better at sales calls. Like they put everything on me. And that can help in some ways, but in some others can be very detrimental for an entrepreneur. As a matter of fact, I have the theory that the longer you are in entrepreneurship, the more unlikely you are to succeed. It sounds like a big contradiction, but when you are exposed to certain media, social media to be accurate, you end up comparing yourself with others, very likely, even when you know you shouldn't. And at the same time, it's like you are feeling like you're never enough, you're not doing enough, and that the only thing that matters is getting sales. So the way I used to feel at the time, because of my results, which were which were a lot more than nothing, is that I was surrounded by a lot of experts and coaches who just put the blame on me. Like, if you're not getting results, it's entirely your fault. Then there is a difference between empowerment and shaming. I want to make that distinction. It could really help you when it comes to supporting your clients and the way you deliver your message. Empowerment means that you raise awareness about the problem and you tell your people that they're actually in charge of their path, of their success. This is great. This is what people need to hear more. On the other hand, there is this empowerment that is actually shame in disguise. And this is what it sounds like. And I'm going to give you a straight up example from a post that I read a few weeks ago. Somebody saying, Alex Homozzi launched $100 million leads for free. So now you have no excuse to not be successful. Like, I understand that we're trying to get rid of excuses, but that's plain humiliation for the people who struggle. And what's interesting too is that there are a lot of people who work hard. I speak for myself, obviously, and there are a lot of people who work hard and still don't get the results that they're looking for. Is that a bad thing? Does that mean that you don't know stuff? No, that's not what it means. Not always, at least. What it could mean is that it's just a matter of time. The other day I had a call. I know I'm sort of ranting about stuff now, but the other day I had a call with a person who, made me feel so bad about myself. Like, I feel, generally speaking, I feel great about myself. I know that I'm starting out in a few ways, and I was just, pushing the momentum forward. I have to do a masterclass. I'll do a masterclass. I have to do the Client Success Secrets show every week. I'm doing it. I have to do outreach every day. I'm doing it. Like, I was doing stuff, and it looks like when I was talking to this person, it looks like, this person just dismissed it and say, "Oh, how come you are not where you want to be?" Right? And that's a phrase that I hear a lot, which is very infuriating, to be honest, where some experts say, "Oh, you just have to be, if your mind was right or your identity was right, you would already be where you want to be." That makes absolute nonsense, because even if you are the person that is ready to have it all, right? That you're confident, you speak your mind, you do whatever it takes, you are the person, you're knowledgeable, etc., etc., etc. That doesn't mean that you're going to build anything huge overnight. It never means that. But there are these coaches who go like, "How come you're not there yet? It's been a month already. How come you're not there? You're not there. It's been 3 months already." And they start, giving you crap. And honestly, that is so the harming. Like, it's so hurtful that you can turn a motivated person. It didn't do much to me, to be honest. Like, I've already seen and heard that a lot, and I know, and I'm confident, and I love who I am, so I'm okay with that. But a lot of people who are a little less, secure of themselves, you could totally, kill their confidence and their self-esteem for saying things like that. And I know that we are all, responsible, but at the same time, why would we have to, just slow down our path to success for hearing that stuff? And what a lot of experts underestimate, or they probably take for granted in a way, is that their opinion matters more. This is the power of influence, and influence is power, and power comes with responsibility. And what a lot of people don't realize is that whatever you tell your client or that friend of yours who's not quite at the level that you are is going to have a bigger effect. It's somebody you trust telling you that you suck. And telling people that they suck is not really good. I know for certain type of people, it could be an improvement, saying, "Oh, you know what? You tell me I suck. No, I don't suck. I'm gonna do better." It works for very small percentage of people. And trust me, if it worked, if shaming worked, more people would be successful. So back to that. That was just to give you enough context about the state of mind that I was in, and I was recovering, sort of healing from some really ugly failure. It was personal failure, business failure, professional failure, and I was recovering myself. And then I said, "You know what? I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna go back to the old marketing strategies that used to work for me, so that I can take my business to the next level." And something unexpected happened. Like I said, I was skeptical. I grew skeptical about marketing. Nothing seemed to work. All the gurus were saying, BS that really didn't move me forward, didn't really help. It only made me feel bad about myself. So I had grown skeptical. But then, I received an email from Russell Brunson, and it was an invitation to his Challenge Secrets Masterclass. It was this free 5-day challenge that he hosted with Pedro Adao. Actually, the challenge model is, his thing. And to be honest, I usually never, trust me, I usually never like when an influencer that I admire, in this case, Russell Brunson, just invites a guest. They go like, oh, you know what? I'm super awesome. This is my friend who's super awesome. You should like them too. Don't ask me why, but it's very, actually, it never happens. It's almost like non-existent, the number of instances where somebody who I admire invites a guest and I like them too. It never happens. It happened with me and Pedro. I really liked Pedro. So the masterclass sounded great. I signed up and then I started watching the live training. And I go like, this is freaking awesome. Like I fell in love in challenges right away. Like it is fun, it is entertaining. My favorite way of marketing is teaching, and you could do it for free. You could deliver value ahead. You could build intimacy because you were spending so much time with your audience. You could build your list. You could like sell high ticket offer. Like you could do everything at once and more. And you could build authority super fast. The mere fact that you're running a challenge makes people say this person knows what they're talking about. And I just love the challenge model. And I ended up running a challenge myself. At the time, it was for YouTube coaching. I was a YouTube coach before becoming a comeback coach, the comeback coach. And so I ran my challenge and I said, damn, this is like the most fun thing in the world. And it also, generates leads. Then I remember something very insightful about the challenges whole thing. And that is that you could, in order to avoid procrastination, in order to avoid overwhelming yourself, you could invite the people who came to your free challenge to do a paid challenge. And then you just build the course as you go. You deliver it live, you build it as you go. At the end of it, you're going to have the recordings. So you built out the course as you delivered it, which is super awesome. So that, accelerates the entrepreneurial journey so much. Like I was in love with challenges, and I ended up doing something really, really cool, which was to grab my original process to help YouTubers grow their channel and monetize it, and turn that into a series of challenges. This is the part where I want you to pay special attention. Because here's the deal. What I learned, one of the biggest takeaways from the Challenge Secrets Masterclass was that the challenges work because they're focused, which means that you don't cover a lot of topics. You just cover one. Second is that people take action in real time. So you can ask people to do your assignment and they know they have to get it done that night, which takes me to the next point, which is the time frame. Because it's a 5 days thing or whatever you want to make it, people know that they shouldn't waste any time. This is a marketing principle called urgency applied to delivering results to your clients. In this case, to your prospects, but challenges work well even if they are paid. So that definitely, was pushing results forward, which is my true passion. I just didn't know it at the time. My true passion was not YouTube coaching or content. It was it was client success. And that's what I did. So I took my framework and this is what I did. You have to pay attention. I broke it down into all the different steps needed to be made for the client to succeed. And each step was turned into a challenge. So I would enroll my clients in a set of challenges. Basically, my big offer that I made at the end of the challenge would be to sell them a set of 4 challenges that would happen one after the other, where they will learn one thing, just one thing at a time. And I just love the idea. So what's curious is that it was a called experience in a sense of the way I teach. Like I realized that I needed to be super concentrated on one step at a time. And now, what is the biggest enemy of focus? What is the biggest enemy of client success? Well, one of them, let me tell you, is overwhelm. And that overwhelm comes from unrealistic timelines. I did touch on this topic in another session, but I want to make sure I bring it up again. So how this works is that for some reason in mainstream marketing, mainstream online marketing, to be precise, there is this standard that way too many people follow, where your programs for group coaching or one-on-one coaching are only 3 months or 6 months or even 6 weeks, which is even more ridiculous. They go like, you can go from 0 to 6 figures, 7 figures in a ridiculous amount of time. That will never work. And who does it work for? Between 3, 5, and maybe at best 10% of the clients joining those programs. So one-on-one works different. But let me tell you this. If you're the kind of expert who coach groups where beginners are allowed, if you target beginners among other types of clients, it's impossible for you to ethically promise results in 12 weeks or 3 months. Definitely not. You have to be more realistic. And how can you be realistic? By building these challenges. So instead of promising the moon in 12 weeks or even 4 months, whatever amount of time it is, you will walk them through a challenge where they say, okay, step 1. In my case, step 1 was coming up with your big idea for your channel theme. That's what you do on YouTube. And that was my 5 days challenge free. Then my next challenge was how to come up with ideas that spread, video ideas that spread. And I would give my people 21 days to complete the challenge. So what happens after, at least in my framework, was to do a titles and thumbnails challenge. So I would dedicate time to talk about the psychology of titles and thumbnails. I would talk about how you can analyze clickable titles and thumbnails on successful channels. And I would also walk them through the technical aspect of how they can build, very clickable titles and thumbnails. And then it goes on and on, right? I would go from that to how you build a good hook and how to structure your videos for success, how to use re-engagement strategy for higher retention. So everything was a little challenge. Because here's the problem. We, in mainstream marketing, sells this idea, which is very, very dangerous. It is effective for sales. It is super effective for making lots of sales. But we make people think that our framework is all they need. Oh, you can do it even if you don't have experience. You can do it even if you don't have any tech knowledge. Oh, you can do it even if you're dumb. You can do it even if you're blind. Like, basically, the mainstream marketing is, like, in a sinister way, wickedly built to sell people with very low self-esteem, people who see themselves as very incapable. And I don't think that's a good thing. And that's not the way I do marketing personally. So that is the process, right? So you go from understanding how challenges work, why they're so powerful. If you ran some yourself, amazing, keep doing it. But then you take that strategy and you also make your paid offers challenges. And the secret part, which is what I just explained to you, is that you can take your big framework and break it into smaller pieces. And turn that into mini challenges. I'm going to talk about that in the third part of this show, because that is my exact process that I developed. So let's talk about section 2, since we're on it. So I would love to say that I am currently building and I have the intention of running a 5-day challenge, but I am not. And the reason why is that given the audience that I chose, which is a successful marketing experts making multiple six figures and running group programs with 50 people or more, a 5 days challenge format is not the most suitable for this audience. I found out through research, through conversations with people, that they are probably not so inclined to show up every single day for 5 days, even if it's free and even if it's extremely, extremely valuable. So what I did instead was to switch the strategy, go from challenges to masterclasses. And this masterclass kind of works like a webinar, but it's a little bit longer, more value packed, and less sales oriented. I mean, obviously, it will turn into sales, but at the same time, that is not the only thing happening. Like, I'm doing some real teaching in there. And that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So if you're asking what I'm up to is I built my masterclass funnel, which in fact you can find in the comment section of this video. Masterclass funnel, which in fact you can find in the comment section. It's right there. All right. Now the link is in the comments. So you'll be able to sign up to the masterclass, the Client Revolution Masterclass. Discover the 3 secrets to ethically grow a 7 and 8 figures expert business without attracting any new clients. So you can join right now. The link is right in the comments. And when you sign up, you are going to get an email tomorrow, which is the day of the challenge. So we're starting 8 p.m. Eastern time. You will get an email just a few minutes before the masterclass with a link that is going to take you to my YouTube channel. So I need to explain you that real quick. As a matter of fact, let me do it right now. So I am going to change. I have changed my mind, not exactly, about where I am hosting the masterclass. And the reason why is that Facebook no longer allows external apps to live stream in groups, which was my original intention. I do have a group called Client Revolution Masterclass, which was especially designed to, live stream the webinar. However, Facebook came out with this new policy, and now it's not allowed anymore. And I don't think it's that bad of an idea to be going to in my opinion, but at the same time, it messed up my plans a little bit. So what's going to happen is that I just created a new YouTube channel where you'll be able to watch the masterclass when you sign up. And the coolest part too is that in this new channel called Client Success Secrets, I am also going to be live streaming this show. So if you're looking for older episodes, that's the place where you want to go. And moving forward, if I do everything right with my tech, I should be going live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, which is awesome. So again, Client Success Secrets is the name of the channel. You may not be able to find it yet until all the old episodes get released, or if I leave a link in the comments, but I will not do that right now. I'd rather stay focused on what I'm doing, which is the show. So where was I? That's what I've been doing this week. I am building the masterclass presentation. I'm almost finished. Should be ready by tomorrow. And I just can't wait to see what we're going to do there. I am really excited about telling my story. I'm really excited about applying all the principles of persuasion and, all the, storytelling frameworks that I learned in Expert Secrets. Like, it's going to be epic, to be honest. Like, I'm super proud of this presentation. And really, talks about me in a personal level too. Again, if you're up for it, if you care about helping 100% of your clients succeed, you should totally watch the masterclass. Link is in the description, in the comment section. And if not, just shoot me a direct message. I'll be there tomorrow responding to everybody. So what else important did I learn about, building this masterclass? Well, one that I really want to tell you about actually is a software called Gamma AI. And it's just fascinating how good it is. It's a software that uses AI to turn text into slides presentations. And honestly, it's so easy to use. I've always loved building these slide decks, and I always had a hard time, knowing how to build it. Because it gets technical, right? And every time you want to make a change, it's not really that simple. You have to stretch things out. You have to rearrange the objects on the slide, and et cetera, right? So this one, if you wanted, potentially, you could just grab a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word, upload it to the software, and it's going to build out your presentation. It's going to do a beautiful layout when you use your AI tokens. But even if you don't use the full like AI thing to do most of the work for you, it's super easy to use and edit. So that's what I'm using right now, and I totally recommend it to everyone who's watching. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave a link to Gamma AI tomorrow. I hope I'm not breaking the momentum too much for that, but you should totally sign up if you are interested in running masterclasses or challenges. And here it is. So again, there are many benefits to webinars. Webinars, just like challenges, they build authority fast. The audience gets to see that side of you that is more vulnerable, that is the real expert, that tells all those great stories of struggle and success. And it is your best opportunity as an influencer to persuade your people into buying your idea. Before they put any dollar down, they have to buy your idea. And masterclasses, webinars, and challenges are the best way to do it. And that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Remember, just one last time. Link is in the comment section. Join the Client Revolution Masterclass now. And I will see you tomorrow, April 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Great. So let's talk about this amazing strategy that I created, inspired in challenges, called course engineering. So course engineering is a process for turning your existing framework into mini challenges that your clients will finish. So what I really like about this framework is that it removes the blame from the client. We're not changing the client yet. We are not putting the blame on them. We are not just pushing them to take action. Like not everything should feel forced when it comes to the entrepreneurial journey. Because what we're used to do is that we adopt this sort of like hyper masculine mindset where we think that everything is resolved just by taking action. And it's not really that simple. Sometimes we're taking action using the wrong framework. In your case, you have the right framework, but sometimes people just get stuck for one reason or another. Maybe there's a strategy that is not customized to them. Maybe they are afraid of putting themselves out there. Like in being afraid, for instance, it's not anything to be ashamed of. Like fear is normal. The most successful people in the world have fear, but it is your job as a marketing expert to somehow inspire them forward despite their fears. And the coolest part is that in this day and age, in this time and age, you can do that through video. And this is one of the biggest benefits of using course engineering, is that this is a video strategy. And what that's going to allow you to do is to be present in the life of your clients without being physically there. In other words, you can foster client success at scale. And when you do that, you free up your time, your clients get better results, and they're just going to continue ascending in your value ladder, buying more of your offers. So I hope you're excited about the course engineering. I would love to tell you everything about it, but I just can't. And the reason I can't is that course engineering is secret number 2 in the Client Revolution Masterclass. So you can't miss out. This video strategy is going to take your framework and turn it into magic for your clients. Best part is you don't have to do all the fulfillment by yourself. You don't have to hire a big team, and you don't have to just tell your client to change their mindset or to just take action. You have to, get rid of this hyper masculine Nike, just do it culture and actually support their clients where they need it most. And to do that, you just get ahead of the game. And let me give you a tip on top of the tip, like a pro tip within course engineering. And that is that you can use your power of persuading people into buying in your idea to persuading people into utilizing your idea. Let me explain. You know how in marketing, especially like most especially in webinars and masterclasses and challenges, you structure, if you're using the expert secrets model or something similar, you structure your pitch, your presentation in a way that breaks all limiting beliefs and builds new ones. In other words, they're going to get rid of, or you're going to at least help them get started in removing those beliefs that hold them back. Anything that they think, any excuse that they have for them not to be successful or not to believe in your framework or not to move forward in general. Use that power that you have to break and rebuild limiting beliefs at the fulfillment level. So your courses, once your people are purchased, your courses need to have that element of breaking and rebuilding limiting beliefs. When you do that, they're going to run out of excuses. They're just going to do the work. And it's no different from running a challenge or a webinar. You just have to remember to just make that shift, go from client attraction to client success. You can even do like FAQs for frequently asked questions. In the same way you do that at the end of your webinar, saying, oh, you might be thinking that you can't be successful because of A, and then you dissolve the concern, you dissolve the objection. And then you can say things like, oh, but the economy is bad. How is this going to work? And you dissolve the objection, right? So same. So that's all you gotta do. And I'm glad you came to the show. I am very grateful that you'll be able to utilize a little part of course engineering so that your clients will move forward. And remember, leave no client behind. That's all you need to remember. When that is your North Star, everything else will fall into place. So thanks again for coming to the Client Success Secrets show. I was very pleased to talk about course engineering, but I left a lot behind the curtains. And you are going to have the opportunity to see everything tomorrow at the Client Revolution Masterclass. So join me now. The link is still in the comment section, and I will see you there. Take care.